So I was watching Spider-Man Homecoming recently with the intention to prepare, obviously, for the new one coming out. And it got me thinking, I don't usually rewatch movies once I've watched them once, simply because I don't know, it's just something about them that rewatching part, like knowing what's already going to happen, doesn't really interest me, especially when I think I could potentially watch other movies as well. But the general point is, I really enjoy rewatching superhero movies, and I don't know why that is. So obviously, I was thinking about it, and I came to the conclusion it was about that sense of escapism, and also like the optimistic feeling they give you about someone kind of going through kind of hard times and then also kind of rising out of them. And at the end of the day, it all boiled down to how it made me feel. And it got me thinking quite a lot about that generally just that emotion in life, like just the ability to feel in like a good way. And I really think it's applicable to other areas of obviously of your life, particularly in social contexts as well as individually as well. And I think that you can reduce a lot of social psychology down to your ability to kind of the feelings you give other people. Instead of thinking about, oh yeah, you should copy their body language, you should smile when you greet them, you should always, repeat their name because, then that reinforces that you really are listening to them. I think it can all be boiled down to how do you make others feel? And how can you, in just generally in a social context, use that? Now, this isn't meaning like, oh, manipulate people. No, not in that way whatsoever. But it's more in a, how can you have as best an impact on other people for the, like, just to, yeah, help them out, essentially. I can't really quantify it. So I'll get out on these notes. Yeah. And so people will always remember you for how you made them feel. When you eventually, pass away, people always think about how did they make me feel? How were they always kind to me? Were they doing favors for me just without the expectation of giving something else in return? Did they make me laugh? Things like that. Your ability to make others feel is such a powerful emotion, and it's such such a powerful thing that you can ultimately have on them as people and individuals. Because again, that's primarily what you're known for. So if you really want to kind of improve yourself socially in that regard, you really want to focus on your ability to just be kind, to make others laugh, to make them feel heard. And these things will take you so far in life because naturally those opportunities will enable you to be able to network with other people, and obviously will eventually kind of find itself back to you. And I know some people don't necessarily believe in the idea of karma, but the whole point is you're doing things for others because you want, because well, naturally, first off, it's the kindest thing you can do. And it's always nice to make other people feel heard. And obviously it's also selfish inherently because of the way that we feel about it as well. But your ability to impact others will really dictate some of the future opportunities that you'll be fortunate to get as a result of kind of taking other people's emotions into consideration. Because obviously at the end of the day, you are the main character of your world, and your friend is also the main character of their world. And it's always great feeling like the main character, but when you can make others feel in that regard, obviously it's better overall. But also, again, it's about how do you make those people feel? Because these are the things that people take with you. I know I've repeated it multiple times, but that's just the general idea. Everything is down to feeling. Does this deal feel good? Do I get the right vibes from this person? Yeah, those are just random things off the top of my head. But that's really what the movie got me thinking about, is people want to feel things in a good way. They want to be made to feel good. They want to have a strong, they want to feel something, because obviously in a world where people can be quite selfish and people can be quite pessimistic, to be that light that people can gravitate to, that not necessarily is logical, but simply based off the way that they make them feel. Do they make them feel heard? Do they make them feel kind? Anyway, I've repeated that multiple times. I'm now going to move on to kind of the second part here, where I want to be speaking about one second, where I want to be speaking about how you can use that in yourself. Let's say there's like you've got a job and it's not necessarily the most enjoyable thing. If you can change your psychology, your viewpoint of change the cycle, your viewpoint of that job, you can essentially you can essentially you can essentially basically romanticize it, and through that, like romanticizing that and kind of using that feeling in a good way, you can kind of change your optimism about something, and you can change your I've got it all down here. What am I yapping about? Genuinely. Yeah, this can be used, and it's how your attitude, the tasks. Are you progressing? Are you, and if you can essentially maximize that feeling, you can get the most out of yourself because you're performing to something that you actually care about, something that also makes you feel good. But it can also be a good thing in another sense, where if you're getting a terrible feeling about kind of this job, or you're not necessarily really enjoying it, it can also be a real kind of alarm into you're not doing what it feels right, and you're not doing what, you know, potentially you want to do, what you are truly passionate about in that sense. And so at the end of the day, this whole thing comes down to how do I make others feel, and how do I feel about myself? Because if you want to kind of manifest things per se, and I don't necessarily believe in it wholeheartedly, but just on a general kind of logical playing field, and like kind of looking at it simply for what it is. If you've just got a healthier attitude toward things based on your ability to kind of take the tasks that you're doing and understand that they are for a bigger goal, you're naturally going to probably either work harder for those tasks and really just be able to put yourself in situations where you can kind of bring them into other things. I know this is quite a wishy-washy kind of video, but I truly think it's such an important thing, is how not only do you make others feel, but how you make yourself feel. And if you make yourself feel good, you're able to really kind of boost your own confidence. You're able to put yourself on the right track, and you're really able to pursue what it is that you want to do. Now, that was very quick fire. That was very rapid. So I do apologize if it was a bit all over the place, but I was quite enthusiastic, and I thought it was quite a nice little kind of idea I had, and I kind of just wanted to share it with you. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. So goodbye.